Well, hello, Zero Letters, and how are we all doing on this fine day? What is going on, guys? Welcome, The Cutter. Welcome, Andrew Dean and Abdul Aziz, back to the Xiro Shack. God damn. Excuse my language. Hey, guys, I'm getting like a lot of questions. This thing has been out. First, let's stop. What is wrong with Xiro? I want to know what's going on. Why are we not seeing the Xiro 2 out? Why has it not been released? Why is the 4-cam gimbal not... Is it ever going to happen? There's like rumors, we've seen pictures of it being released in, of it being released in Asian countries, but nothing. No one has any dates. If you go to the Xiro website, they advertise it and they brag about it with these little phony videos that I've yet to see. How many products has DJI put out in the time that Xiro has promised to put out one product? I mean, DJI, they got all this, and what do we get? What do we have? We got a stupid fucking gimbal that really just doesn't do. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the Xiro Shack. Today we're going to talk about one thing, and that's the thing that we always talk about on this channel, the Xiro drone. I got two of them. I love them both. This is my maiden little bitch that just does my whatever I want, my bidding in the sky. If I hear another, you can go back to a couple videos. If I hear another drone in the area, the bitch goes right up to meet it, because you are in my airspace, and you got to ask permission before you go into the Xiro airspace. Let's go over the basics, because it seems like there's some people out there. It's been a year, like a year and a half. This thing's been released. It still seems to be people are still looking for Xiro cases. Apparently they're still buying these things. Some are used. I don't know, but I was on YouTube just a couple days ago, and I saw just like 3 months ago, as soon as 3 months ago, people were releasing like, look at my drone. I got the Xiro drone. Some reviews are better than others. Some really don't. I gotta say, dude, if you're gonna do a review on my favorite drone, represent it. Find out about what you're talking about and represent it properly. Because there's like a couple out there, and I ain't gonna name names because I've already gotten shit for doing that from people from Australia. What's up, Australians? How you all doing? Long time no see. Are you enjoying your summer as I freeze my ass off here? No, I'm not freezing my ass off yet, but it is getting cold. I'm actually wearing jeans and a shirt today. And I normally wear shorts, as you've seen in previous videos. You know how I dress and well, it's just getting cold. Anyways, let's get on with this little shit show we're running here. This is the Xiro Xplorer. This is the remote control for the Xiro Xplorer. Let's just back this up and start with the remote. The first thing you want to do when you get your Xplorer is put this leash on. And that way you don't drop your remote and break it. Get it? Right? Because, well, look at this. This thing comes off, it just snaps on there. If you do drop this and it lands like that, it's going to snap the plastic little frickin' doodads off. And then you're going to have to order another one of those, or maybe a whole remote. And then when you get that, you're going to have to bind it to your Xiro again. And to do that, you're probably going to have to go visit, Sky's the Limit's channel and hit him up on how to bind this thing again. So you're not going to fly for a couple days if that happens, which is always a bummer. A quick tip about flying is sometimes, when it hits us and we really want to fly, we want to fly right now. It's like, I want to fly. And so we're hasty and we rush things because you want to fly. And in that hastiness, you can forget to, hit all the bases. And like, for instance, one day I wanted to fly. Like, I had the urge. I wanted to get out there right frickin' now and start flying. Get it up in the air, man. I was just enthused. And first thing that happened when I turned this on was it started vibrating. Much like a toy. No, it started like pulsate vibrating. Like a cell phone, that kind of thing. When it does that, it means it's super freaking low on batteries, and you should not attempt to fly if you can even get the motor started. In my case, when I went like that, the motor wouldn't even start. I mean, the engines didn't even start up, so there was no way I could really fly it because the software had already grounded it. So that leads us to our first point. Charge everything, right? Update and charge everything. I got a good suspicion that 80 to 95% of the questions asked in forums and asked in the comment box and asked to me are just a symptom of not taking the proper time to fucking charge everything up. The radio controller, the drone, update everything. And then we'll get into your really quick regarding the phone. Okay, I'm rocking an Android. It's a S7 or S8, whatever. I recommend you have the most modern phone you can. Like if you're rocking maybe something that's maybe 5 years old, a phone that's that old. First of all, I don't even think that the proper Xiro app is going to install on it. And if it does, might just be kind of a rocky road and kind of wonky. That's not wonky. I'm digressing here, boys and girls. Like I said, most problems, I believe, are just simply because it's not properly charged. Calibration. Make sure you calibrate. Don't just say, you know, screw it, it's not going to be that bad, I'm not going to go that high, I'm not going to go that far. It's really easy to calibrate. Just hold this lever down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not mean depress, express 6 times. It's just this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, so hold that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That easy, dude. And when that happens, you're gonna see these lights, you know, start to blink, and you're just gonna go around and around this way. Play about 3 times. Just do it until you see the light change, and then you're gonna go around and around like that, about 1.5, 2 times, and it's going to basically sync up. Don't do it in like an enclosed area. Don't go between a bunch of walls. Don't sit between 2 big buses or trucks or metal. Be in an open area, nice, clear, visible sky when you calibrate your compass. Take the time to do it. I recommend, don't just watch one video on calibrating compass like mine. Watch another video. Watch 3 videos. Watch Xiro's videos. The Xiro channel explains it really nicely exactly how to make sure your compass is calibrated. You don't want to miss this step, guys. It's so sweet to fly one of these when it's ready to fly, when it is performing optimally. Let's just move on to the drone itself. One issue I do see when new customers, people have never had a drone perhaps, the first flight they take, they will often forget that there is a gimbal lock on this thing. And to take it off, I like to take one hand and brace right here, take my finger and put it right here, and then just kind of pull off like that. And your camera will just kind of fall down like that until you turn your drone on, hold it, and you will get the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. And your camera will eventually, where are we at? And it'll kind of go into place hopefully after a second here. Oh, and there she is waking up. Hello, Mr. V camera. How you doing this morning? So take the brace off before you go have fun. And what we have here on this camera is a magnetic ND filter. ND filters are kind of weird, folks. Now, if you're on a really bright day, the ND filter can do you some justice. If the sun is like hitting that digital drone cameras don't take well to like really direct bright sunlight, and then you get the side effects of seeing your little whirly, your propeller spinning, and you get that line effect, and you also get that wobbly looking jello video. So ND filters can prevent that, but then again, I've really regretted. I've been on the beach and taken been really happy with the shots I got, and I got home and found that it was just the ND filter kind of made everything look dark and like a rainy day when it was really a beautiful day. But so generally, no, yes, I don't really use them. It's kind of a protection thing for my camera. It's got a magnetic thing that can often be hard to kind of peel off without, yeah. So I just kind of leave it as protection. So once you unlock your gimbal, you might want to remember to take that ND filter off or do whatever you want to do with it. If you're going to use an ND filter, you might want to go deep into your camera settings and adjust the ISO and the white balance for the compensation of the ND filter. I don't even know what number or gauge that ND filter is. So if you're into that kind of thing, you want to geek out on that, geek out on it. If you do want to test running this, if you want to be inside and say, hey, is this thing going to start up, whatever, it's really easy to do. Just don't put your freaking propellers on and go ahead and start it up and run whatever diagnostics you want. After not flying this a while, I had to go through my own diagnostics. I kind of updated it and put it away, and in that time the batteries went totally dead, which I don't leave it in any, I don't store it on a full battery, so whatever was there kind of weakened. And also my radio controller battery had completely freaking, as I mentioned, fried. So I had to recharge everything. When you are doing diagnostics, make sure you do your diagnostics in a complete fashion, and that is just to make sure everything's up to date and everything is charged. Let's talk really quick about the gimbal. First of all, see this thing? It's a ID for my FAA, and because they used to make you buy these things for 25 bucks, but if you did, you can get a refund. And just as a celebration of freedom, I'm just going to peel my stupid license off, because you don't really need one of these draconian things anymore. We live in a free country, folks. It's a free country. I don't know about you Australians, but hey, no, I'm not bashing Australians. Let me throw the, let's just throw this on here real quick. I love you Australians, you guys are the best. This is the gimbal. There is a latch on this side right here, this latch. This latch pulls out. When you pull this out, you're going to want to pull up gently on this side, the latch side, to release the gimbal. Pull out and up and it will detach. Very, very, very easily. You see these 6 little doodads right here? Those are little pins. And if they bend, if you manhandle this beast and they get bent, taking it out of these little 6 holes, it's game over. I think we've mentioned that before. Do not do that. Do not do that. So in order to avoid that, let's talk about mounting this little thing. See this? That is a green little bar. See this? That is a green little bar. So this will go into a little pocket. There's a little ridge right there. Let me just show you. See that little ridge? It's going to go right underneath this little thing right here. It's going to go right in that slot. So take your time and just line it up, put it in the slot, and push down gently. Take your time, line it up with the green in the slot. Once it's down, give a little wiggle. You can just pull that up again, make sure she's in there nicely. I like to hear a little click. There we go. Nice little reassuring click. And your gimbal is attached with the camera. Alright, let's go back to the remote control really quick and just go over these little controls right here. This is intelligent mode, or basically it's a headless mode, basically. Intelligent orientation. So if you are new or maybe even experienced, you might experience like spatial disorientation and kind of start to panic. If you ever get in a situation where your drone is several hundred yards away from you, maybe even possibly just about out of sight, you know, which tends to happen, and you start to look around in your 360 and then you kind of realize, oh my, or maybe the sun's glaring on your screen and you can't really get a visual of where you are, and you just don't know which way front or backwards is. First of all, relax. You got plenty of battery life to figure it out. Just relax. Take a deep breath and calm down. Just let it sit there. It's not going to go anywhere. Don't jam the controls. You're just going to hit this button. Relax, wait. And you can pull back. And regardless of which way the front is facing, and we all know this is the front, it's just going to pull back. So even if you're like this, and you're over here and you're all sideways and fucked up, it's just going to pull back. And that's the beauty of headless mode. An actual true panic attack in which you don't even know what the fuck is going on, right? Just some random ass shit is going on. And you just want to get out of Dodge quick because, I don't know, maybe you're about to faint. Maybe you are incapacitated. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't recommend doing this really. But the golden parachute right here, boys and girls. If you must break the glass and push the button, that is the home button. And that should bring that drone straight back to where you last took off from. You might want to, before you push the golden parachute there, get as much altitude as you can legally, so that you're like, over any big trees or power lines before you hit that. I've never used it really. I've tested it from down the street and it did what it said it was supposed to do. So good, but in case, yeah, I don't really plan on using it really. This is the cool button though. I really dig this. I really dig this button. It is the auto land, it'll even auto takeoff for you. And what happens is you can hit this before taking off and it'll launch for you. But that's not what I use it for. It's really useful for freaking landing, man. It really just takes any freaking effort out of landing. You just line that thing up with where you want to be and hit that button and it'll just go down, land, and turn itself off itself. Maybe a problem if it's like windy or something like that. It's getting pushed around. And but I've never had a problem with it really. It does excellent self landings, and I usually just let it land itself 99% of the freaking time. Show and tell time. Recently announced, I think in a couple episodes ago, I let you all know that I was endeavoring on the massive journey of photography because I want to be the next Ansel fucking Adam. So I went out and purchased a. Well, I'll just go ahead and, this is my little review. I purchased a G7. It's a Panasonic Lumix, a Lumix G7. And all you got to do is type it in YouTube and you'll see millions of vlog videos on this cool little camera. Basically, people love it because, well, it does a good job at what it does. It'll do whatever kind of you need it to do. And it is a very expensive 4K option, which I see no use for shooting in 4K because I just see no use in shooting in 4K. Oh, wow. What I have learned about the camera, it's really cool. The autofocus isn't that fast. And I will tell you, a camera is probably as good as its lens. What happened was when I got this little bad boy, I was really excited to go out and shoot with it. And it came with what they call a kit lens. So just for photography 101, this is the kit lens and it is a 14x42. This is a micro four thirds cameras. All the lenses are kind of little, and it's a small camera as opposed to a full frame camera. I'm not going to explain micro four thirds versus full frame. You can look it up yourself, but they're two different types of shooting styles, different types of camera styles. The 14x42 kit lens is a nice little lens, but I immediately noticed, like my first couple pictures, I was kind of like, whoa, this is not like the clarity and quality that I had envisioned and thought I would get. And I quickly learned that a camera is, pretty much as good as the lens you put on it. So the first lens I went out and bought was what they refer to as a nifty 50 in the full frame world, but we call it a 25mm in the micro four thirds world. And when I put this on, I think it's about 149 bucks. You're going to start investing money. It's like you buy the camera, and some of the, it's like some of the lenses that you're going to put on a camera are worth more than the camera. It's all about the lens, folks. It's all about the lens. And I put this on and wow, boom, it all made, I was like, wow, this is the kind of freaking clarity I'm looking for. This just is like, wow, really cool. So anyways, once I saw the beauty of the 25mm, I did some more research and I had to get a 42.5mm. It has image stabilization on it, which is really cool, and just takes beautiful portraits. It's just super crisp, super clean, really no noise, and I love this lens. By the way, I love my freaking camera bag. This is the Think Tank, and it is so freaking plush and smooth, and you got all these freaking compartments inside. Got my Rode Micro mic for some nice little quality sound there, but you can see the inside is just totally plush. Plenty of room for whatever you want to put in there, and man, when you put your hand in here, it just feels good. It's so soft and plush. It even comes with a rain guard, so if it's raining, you can put that on the outside and kind of protect your shit. You might be saying, well, Xiro, why aren't you using that camera to film this video right now? And the answer would be, honestly, because I haven't found a lens that captures this perspective yet. But once I do, I'll tell you, I might show you on a B-reel here. I did try using the wide angle, which I was kind of happy with it, but I don't know about standing up the whole time, just to see what that looked like. We'll see what happens on that. Anyways, this is my trusty Canon camera, and this what I started with. This is basically the Xiro Shack cam. I love this. I love this camera, and if it's not broken, why freaking change it? So let me leave you with this. If you guys know anything about when the Xiro 2 comes out, so we can talk about something different, let me know. Drop me a line. Just put it in the comment box down there, and we can. Do I really even want to buy the new? That's the question. I have two, and I think I already told you the answer. I just want the fucking camera. I don't even want the drone. I don't care about obstacle avoidance, unless their obstacle avoidance is something incredible. The DJI is not. I just don't care about obstacle avoidance. So, and I'm happy with all that. So I just want the freaking camera and the updated batteries, whatever. We can hook with that. I'd be happy. Where's my bat? It is that time already. Xiro Nutters! Thanks for hanging out today, and I will see you next time. What?